As I mentioned earlier in an earlier video, according to the U.S. Census Bureau in AD 2019, 221.75 million people in America had an income. 63 million people in America who had an income in AD 2019 were Social Security beneficiaries, and 158.75 million people were income earners or workers. In AD 2019, 13.72% of the people who had an income in the U.S. made at least six figures per person. 20,624,000 men, 9,800,000 women, and 30,424,000 in total. So in AD 2019, the top 13.72% of the income earners in the U.S. Collectively made at least $3 trillion US. A quick advertisement before I continue on this topic. You can invest in my startup company with as little as $100 US for supporting advancing AI, robotics, biotech, and nuclear fusion powered aerospace tech. Visit robocentric.com/investors to invest in my startup. I have a multi-decade commitment to advancing AI, robotics, biotech, and nuclear fusion-powered aerospace tech. To learn more about my cause, check out my books, which are available at robocentric.com/checkout, Amazon, Apple Books, Spotify, and other online audiobook retailers. Now back to the main content. In AD 2019, only about 1.87% of the people who had an income in America had an income of $250,000 or more per person. 3,074,000 men and 1,062,000 women, 4,136,000 in total. So in AD 2019, the top 1.87% of the income earners in the U.S. collectively made at least $1 trillion US. In AD 2019, 60.81% of the people who had an income in America made less than $50,000 US per person. So in AD 2019, the bottom 60.81% of the income earners in the U.S. collectively made less than $6.74 trillion US. In AD 2019, 75.26% of the people who had an income in America made less than $70,000 US per person. So in AD 2019, the bottom 75.26% of the income earners in the U.S. collectively made less than $11.68 trillion US. So in AD 2019, roughly the top 10% of the income earners in America collectively earned at least $3 trillion US, and the bottom 80% of the income earners in America collectively earned less than $11.68 trillion US. One key goal Robocentric pursues is doubling the bottom 75% human worker incomes via AI and robotics in America. Robocentric will profile and publish the jobs and incomes of the bottom 75% of American human workers in excruciating detail in order to apply its human job knowledge to increasing the human worker incomes via AI and robotics. Robocentric will do human jobs profiling with both production and consumption ends by a team of human workers. For doing this at Robocentric, Robocentric will formulate and publish its strategies and tactics to double the incomes of the bottom 75% American human workers. For example, robots cannot replace the human waiters and waitresses due to lacking the human care and touch and interactions, but robots can help human waiters and waitresses do more of their jobs better. The workplaces that Robocentric aims to build are human worker and robot worker mixed and integrated workplaces, not human-only or robot-only workplaces. You can invest in my startup company with as little as $100 for supporting advancing AI, robotics, biotech, and nuclear fusion-powered aerospace tech. Visit robocentric.com/investors to invest in my startup. My books on advancing AI, robotics, biotech, and nuclear fusion-powered aerospace tech are available at robocentric.com/checkout, Amazon, Apple Books, Spotify, Google Play Store, and other online audiobook retailers. I am Alan Young. I'm an Asian American man who focuses on advancing AI, robotics, human longevity, biotech, and nuclear fusion-powered aerospace tech. Message me or call me anytime on the social media if you'd like to discuss investing in my high-tech startup.